Race number 6, Sha Tin on the all-weather, and this race is a Class 3. It's over the 1,200 metres. Mega Heart, who was racing consistently, got a check at the 300 last start, didn't finish off, backs up. Wind and Grass having his third start in 3 weeks. Highland Fortune fitter for that first up, fourth here on the dirt. And Flying Genius, the 8-horse, placed behind Willpower at his first look on the all-weather, and Utopia Life has had 4 starts for 3 seconds on this surface. Chad Schofield, 3 rides for 3 seconds on Utopia Life. A Patch Baby, the 2. The Jimmy Ting stable's been up at Chungpa.
Up on the speed here, which should be good. Flying Genius and Utopia Life, he's got plenty to come across. Won a recent barrier trial leading all the way to Utopia Life. The alternate pace angle in the race is just not listening, but he'll probably defer from gate number 1. Namjong Singh's Little Bird's probably not going to get his own way tomorrow night because he's got a bit of an awkward stall of gate number 11. A few horses like to get back there, including Mega Heart, who'll be finishing off.
These two are both racing at the meeting, actually. Fairy Floss is in race 1, but the one will concentrate on Patch Baby at the back. The blinkers will go back on him. He has won on this surface before, Patch Baby. Second up after a bit of a spell. He moves nicely. Highland Fortune really caught the eye at his last start. He got really well back in the race, won by Willpower, and I thought he hit the line really strongly. So a nice race from him, and that was his first time on the surface. The other one we're going to have a look at here is Flying Genius. Now, he's been going really well, and he comes out of that same race. Flying Genius was a good run from him. Zach Purton from Barra 2, so he looks one of the main hopes, and he has come up the early favourite. He goes nicely.
He does have that form behind Willpower at his first look on the dirt. 2 does a Flying Genius. OK, the replays. Mega Heart. This is 2 starts ago when he ran 3rd. Month between that 3rd and that 10th. Just Not Listening is 5th leading for home here, and the Weatherman, well, he's impossible to miss. Yep,
he certainly is the big grey, but he might be covered in the same colour as the track tomorrow night if it stays wet. But this was a really good run from Mega Heart on this occasion. Last time out, just ran into backsides and held up, couldn't get out, and was basically taken out of the race, really. But it was a strong effort from him on this occasion. He's hard to leave out, but in saying that, couldn't find a spot for him.
No, I haven't either. But look, he hits the line strongly. Just Not Listening went well, and you can deal me out of the weather, man.
Might be waiting for something easier. The Weatherman, Wind and Grass, class drop or 2. Perhaps might be his go. Wind and Grass, he hasn't missed a start. This is his 3rd run in 3 weeks upcoming.
Yeah, he's fit. There's no worries. The tongue tie will go on him. He works well on the surface. This is him running on the grass, but he does work well on the all-weather. He's got barrier number 10. Look, I found a spot for him on a minor line. I think in time we'll need a bit further, but if it's a bit puggy out there, the 1,200 might feel like 1,400 plus.
Yeah, he's been running well, backing up from last Wednesday night behind Shuson. Thought he stayed on OK. They've added the tongue tie, but you would like to see him over a little bit further, but he's still been racing well.
5 of them out of this replay run on Wednesday night. Flying Genius runs 2nd. He leads for home. Just Not Listening, who we've seen a couple of times now in the green and red. We've got Highland Fortune as well in this replay. He's back in the field. He runs on first up. Patch Baby and Mega Heart well down the track. Pretty smart one. Beats Flying Genius here.
Yeah, certainly does. That's Willpower, so a good form reference here. This horse, Flying Genius, was just cut down late in the shadows here. Just Not Listening stayed on OK. There's Paul's Highland Fortune running on. You would have seen back at the tail there, Mega Heart get restricted for room there, but just run over by a better horse on the day.
Yeah, it's a really good, strong win. I think it's a very strong form race, so I like both Flying Genius and Highland Fortune coming out of that race.
Utopia Life, he's had a break between runs, a couple of trials, including a trial win we're about to see, Super Mission. He also ran 5th behind a Thero down the straight. Yeah,
nice trial here, Utopia Life. Yet to win in Hong Kong, but he has been first past the post once to get relegated down that straight 1,000. But look, he has placed pretty well on the surface before. He's run pretty well on the surface before, been placed, and likely to go forward. So he's definitely another one with a hope.
Yeah, coasting along that trial as well, did all the work out in front, and in the end was under a nice enough hold. So I think he's a player in the race with the lightweight 1, 2, 3.
So in those replays, plenty of them have been clashing in recent times on the dirt, Paul. What did you sort out?
Well, I'm going to go with that form race behind Willpower, and the 2 that came out of it, Highland Fortune and Flying Genius. I'm just going to go with Highland Fortune. Both of them have only had the 1 start on the all-weather, so they're both likely to improve. I thought Highland Fortune would come up the better price, and he has. He's a 10-1 versus the favourite. But they're the 2 I like. Namjong Singh's comes on the surface. It's a horse I've had plenty of time for. Namjong Singh's at Happy Valley. There's no reason why he won't run well here. He's by Your Song. And he looks like he's going to be suited. He's out of an American-bred mare. And Wind and Grass in there for 4th. Nice race, this one, but end up 5, 8, 10, 4.
Sticking with the 8-horse here, Flying Genius, coming out of the stable of Tony Cruz and Zach Purton, just run down in the shadows. There was a really good effort from him. Wind and Grass have been keen on him, so obliged to follow through with him at 17 and 4.1. So it's a decent price for him. Just Not Listening, number 9, he'll be right up there on the speed. Joe Moreira rode him in a recent trial. He's quite keen in that trial, and Highland Fortune there as well. 8, 4, 9 and 5.
8, 4, 9 and 5. That is Tom's selection for race number 6.